What up, everyone? It's your favorite content creator, Amanda Stevens, and we are here with another Patreon update. The last time we spoke to you was slightly before I left to go to Evo, and we talked about how well the Patreon was going. Since then, Evo went great. It went really, really great. I had a blast. Got to do something like 12 interviews. I think almost all of them are up now at the time of this recording. I think the only one that's not up yet is Bonchan, and I think by the time that you guys will see this, it will be live. We did Patreon exclusive interviews like Sonic Fox, Yohoshi, Goichi. I don't know, it was a really great event. I had a great time. It was fun seeing everyone. It was really cool hanging out with my friend Walter in Vegas for a couple of days. Yeah, it was just a really great event. But the cool part is that since the last time I've talked to you guys, our Patreon numbers have fluctuated a bit. We dipped below 174 a month for a little bit. We are now looking at making 192 with the help of 41 patrons. So thank you very much to each and every single one of you. As you saw in the Patreon, we now have a new patron Discord. I'm separating my Patreon Discord from the Stay Free Discord, mainly because I wanted a more intimate experience with my patrons and my Twitch subscribers and followers. So we created House of Gnosis. There may not be a link in the doobly-doo because this has to go up on YouTube, and I don't really want to promote it too much outside of the Patreon and Twitch communities. But we'll see, maybe we'll open it up. I don't know, I just really like the idea of having a small community where I can focus on the people who support me and my content. To that end, we have some good news. We just got picked up by the leaderboard, which means that I'll be doing sporadic esports writing for them, for their YouTube channel. You may even hear my lovely voice narrating one of the esports videos that they do. So we're really excited about that. We're currently in talks with an org or two to become a content creator for them. So things are on the up and up, and it's really thanks to you guys, because if I don't have your support, then I can't go to events like Evo, and if I'm not going to events like Evo, I can't market myself. There's this really interesting thing that my former editor at Jinx said to me, and I've heard it said to me quite a few times, and it's that I really come alive when I go to events like Evo, where I'm allowed to just run around and interview all the people I want to interview. So I'm really, really excited to I'm saying I'm really, really excited. I don't know, I'm really blessed that I have all of your help and support. So we also added something to the goals. If you notice and you go and you look at the Patreon, all of the goals now unlock patron exclusive content. So the thought process behind this is that if you remember from Patreon updates 1 and 2, we talked about that really the main reason a lot of you are supporting me as a content creator is because you like me. There's a lot of you I know who don't follow esports, who don't follow the FGC, who still support me because you like me as a person. However, after talking to a couple of people, I really feel like you guys get shortchanged a little bit, and what I really want to do is to not make you feel that way. A way to fix this is to give you guys something exclusive. Now, goal 1 is $50 a month, and we are past that. Easy mode, right? We're 3 times that, almost 4 times. So that unlocks 1 patron exclusive interview a month, because 50 is the very low end of what I make per article. 100 unlocks 2, and 350 is going to unlock 3. And the reason that I'm not scaling it to my rate is because doing the amount of work I have to do for all the sites that I work for, and then also having to add like more patron exclusive content is very time consuming and difficult. And if I was to scale my exclusive content to how much to like exactly what the goals are getting me, that would not work out very well, especially since 50 is like the super low end. So yeah, we are now, so now you can expect at minimum 2 patron exclusive interviews a month. Now, I will disclaimer that there might be a month where I'm behind on that, and that's just because of like whether it's like December, right, where it's really hard to get a hold of people because it's the holidays, or in case I get sick, then as much as I would, I need to prioritize the contracts that I have over the Patreon. If the Patreon hits the goal after 350, which is 600, then I can prioritize the Patreon, because the Patreon's making me more than my contract at the moment. So that's just a thing to keep in mind if you really want more exclusive interviews. What else do I want to talk about? What's next for me? So right now, if we stay at where we are, it's $192. I don't think I'll be able to make any more events this year. The rest of the events on my event calendar are Canada Cup, which is in October. Oh, well, first is DreamHack Montreal, which I just don't think I'm going to be able to make, because I don't think because I need to worry about hotel accommodations for DreamHack Montreal, and I don't think the Patreon is where it needs to be to allow me to bus out to Montreal to and from and book a hotel or an Airbnb or a hostel. So like, I don't see that happening. The next would be Canada Cup in October, which I really want to make happen, but I'm not really sure. And then Capcom Cup in December, or I think, yeah, it's like December, right? Yeah, Capcom Cup in December, and that's in California. And just at the amount that the Patreon is, we could maybe make the Capcom Cup if we didn't spend September, October, November, but we would be buying like a $500 flight at that point, and I don't know if we can pull that off. So we might be going to ESL One New York, which would be the first time that we'd be covering CSGO. We're hoping that there's going to be another Brooklyn Beatdown. Obviously, if there's another Brooklyn Beatdown, we'll cover Brooklyn Beatdown more than we'll cover the CSGO event. There's a high chance that if we go to Brooklyn Beatdown might be just like 100% patron exclusive content, because Brooklyn Beatdown, I think, was one of the first events that we went to post the relaunch of the Patreon, and you guys have given me so much in the year that I really want to give a lot back to you as much as I can. Speaking of which, we also are going to start doing giveaways. Now, what giveaways are probably going to look like is I get a lot of review codes for indie games, and what I will probably do is talk to the developers about getting an additional code. One, I will review the game and then get an additional code, which I will then give out to you, the patrons. We're also considering using some of the Patreon money, not a lot, to buy Humble Bundles so that we can distribute codes to the patrons. These are just some ideas. They're not concrete. I can't make guarantees. I do have some t-shirts that I want to give away that I got from Red Bull Battlegrounds last year that like I just like haven't been able to get rid of. They were supposed to be used for giveaways, and then like people didn't enter, but I really want to give them away. They're really cool t-shirts. They're like, I have a bunch of different sizes. They have input commands. I should be going to Red Bull Battlegrounds actually in DC in November. I'm really hoping that I can pull that one off, and if I can pull that off, then there'll be more swag and probably more patron exclusive content. So yeah, those are the two major updates. I don't think that there's a whole lot else going on. The stream is coming back. I just haven't been feeling well, and we just found out that we have radial tunnel syndrome. So I like needed these last 2 weeks after Evo to recover. So hopefully starting Monday, we will be back on the stream grind. We're gonna be playing How to Full Boyfriend until we beat it. Which do you beat dating games? I don't know, but I've always wanted to play How to Full Boyfriend, and especially with the arms situation for now, I need to play less intensive games. That means probably no League of Legends on stream. So the stream will be coming back Monday through Thursday, 7 p.m. EST. What else is there? Jinx.tv renewed my contract, so I'll be still with Jinx.tv, even with my editors changing. Yeah, we're not at Riot Games anymore, but I think you guys already knew that. Trying to think. Yeah, we're at the leaderboard. There's a chance that like this video will come out, and then there'll be an announcement after the video. So if that does happen, don't worry. There'll be like Patreon update number 3.5, 4.5, saying like, hey guys, this is what's going on. We're also probably going to be bringing back some podcasting. I don't know if we're going to do Gnosis Knockout daily, but I do want to bring Gnosis Knockout back. I was talking to my friend Pocky. We want to bring back Donuts and Curry, our Toku podcast. I was talking to Enzer about maybe bringing back something ambiguous, which is me and Enzer talking about like a pop culture topic for like an hour. We did an episode on Killing Floor 2. We did an episode on Eden of the East, so we'd like to bring that back. I don't know if we'll be bringing back the Magic podcast, Whispers of the Muse. It's really hard to schedule with Magic content creators because we're all on a grind and a hustle, and some of them have full-time jobs, so I just don't know if that's going to work. I do have a gaming podcast that I want to bring out where I'd be interviewing people who work in gaming, but I would rather probably do my other idea, which is to do a meta podcast. I want to interview other interviewers and content creators to sort of expand my community's reach and their community reach. So my community hears about them, so maybe they check them out, and their communities hear about me, so they want to check me out. So there's probably a very high chance that there's going to be a meta podcast series. I don't know what we're going to call it. I'll take any sort of suggestions. But yeah, that's what's going on in my life. That's what's going on thanks to you guys. Like I said, I'm really blessed that I have all of you. I know that there's been a lot of update videos in a very small period of time. They're going to get spread out now. I think we're going to do a Patreon update every month. So after every, probably around like the 3rd or the 4th, we'll probably do a Patreon update video. So yeah, that's how that's going to go from now on. It's just that, because we had EVO, I really wanted to make sure that you guys knew that I'm alive, that, EVO went well. I might do a separate video on EVO. I know EVO was like 2 weeks ago, and that's going to be kind of weird. But a lot of this content is for you guys. It's not really for a broader audience. And I think that you guys, since you helped send me to EVO, you would probably want to know, the ins and outs of what happened. Like this dope shirt I'm wearing is from EVO. This hat's from like another EVO from 2016. Kind of EVO decked out today. But yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say. Except thank you, as always, and remember to go beyond and plus ultra.